Tonight, we'll unravel the mysteries of MCP, the Model Context Protocol in VS Code, that invisible thread weaving AI smarts into your coding world. Imagine it. Tools awakening at your whisper, servers syncing seamlessly. Feel the calm wash over you as we begin. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP. It empowers your VS Code with external superpowers. Learn as you loosen and let go. Sweet subconscious surrender. Let's get started. Use MCP servers in VS Code. Model Context Protocol is an open standard that lets AI models use an external tools and services through a unified interface. In VS Code, MCP servers provide tools for tasks like file operations, databases, or interacting with external APIs. MCP servers are one of 3 ways to extend chat with tools in VS Code. Alongside built-in tools, an extension contributed tools. Learn more about types of tools at the link provided. This article will guide you through setting up MCP servers and using their capabilities in Visual Studio Code. Note: MCP support in VS Code is generally available starting from VS Code 1.1.02. Prerequisites. Let's get ready for our journey into MCP with VS Code. Install the latest version of Visual Studio Code. Access to Copilot. Enable MCP support in VS Code. The chat.mcp access setting control, which MCP servers can be installed and run in VS Code. The settings are as follows. All the default. All MCP servers are allowed. Registry. Only MCP servers from the registry are allowed. None. No MCP servers are allowed. The default is all. All MCP servers are allowed, just like all of your stress and your worries are melting away. For you should let the MCP servers work for you and let the stresses of this world go. Let the snores of the daisy carry you into a deeper sleep, a deeper rest, where you let control go. Centrally manage MCP support. You have 2 options to centrally manage MCP support. Device management. Centrally enable or disable MCP support in your organization via group policy or configuration profiles. Learn more at the link provided. Secondly, GitHub Copilot policy. policy. Control the availability of MCP servers in your organization with a GitHub Copilot policy. Learn more about it, managing policies, and the features at the link provided. Daisy's trying to go to sleep. Don't wake her. Add an MCP server. This is where it gets exciting, folks, as you can see. Now we're going to see how we add it, and then get into the details of what it gains us. Add an MPC server. Caution. MCP servers can run arbitrary code on your machine. Only add servers from trusted sources. And review the publisher and server configuration before starting it. VS Code prompts you to confirm that you trust the MCP server when you start an MCP server for the first time. More details can be found in security for using AI in VS Code at the link provided. You have multiple options to add MCP servers to VS Code. It is very important about what we read to trust the source that you receive the MCP server. The methods we have to install is via the extension view, the workspace mcp.json file. You can add MCP server to your user configuration so that it's always there. You'll always have access to your MCP server when you launch VS Code. Add an MCP server to a dev container. If you have containers or Docker, you can connect it. As Daisy snores into the evening, she's retaining the MCP knowledge, as I hope you are, and that you see the benefits of the technology. Automatically discover MCP servers is also available, as well as command line installation. Now we're getting to the exciting stuff, folks. I hope that you're asleep, because this may just keep you up. Use MCP tools in chat. Oh, Daisy can't handle it. She has to reach out and touch somebody, like an AT&T commercial. Once you have added an MCP server, you can use the tools it provides in chat. MCP tools work like other tools in VS Code. They can be automatically invoked in agent mode or explicitly referenced in your prompts. You have options, much like you can choose to stay stressed and worried about the thing that Karen said on Tuesday, or you can choose to automatically invoke MCP and let it go, for it does not matter anymore. To use MCP tools, open the chat view. Control-Alt-I is a hot key. which will instantly take you there, as I hope you are instantly transported to dreamland. In agent mode, tools are automatically invoked as needed. For example, install the GitHub MCP server and ask, list my GitHub issues. You can also explicitly reference MCP tools in any chat mode by typing pound followed by the tool name. Review and approve tool invocations when prompted. 4. You should be careful when reaching out to websites that you trust the website you're connecting to. Learn more about tools in chat, including how to manage approvals, pickers, and create tool sets. Clear cache MCP tools. When VS Code starts the MCP server for the first time, it discovers the server's capabilities and tools. Just like I hope this is a tool to carry you into a place of relaxation and education on AI, framework, and technology. When VS Code starts for the first time MCP server, it discovers its server's capabilities and tools. You can use these tools in chat, in sleep, and VS Code caches the list of tools for an MCP server. To clear the cache tool, use the MCP reset cached tools command, just like you should use your reset the day command. For this day is done, and tomorrow we'll start anew. Reset. Breathe it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release and reset your mental cache this evening. Use MCP resources. MCP servers can give direct access to resources that can use as context in your chat box. For example, a file system MCP server can let you access files and directories, or a database MCP server might provide access to a database table. To add a resource from an MCP server via your chat prompt. In the chat view, you can add context MCP resources. Select a resource type from the list and provide optional resource input parameters. Use MCP responses. MCP tools can return resources as part of their response. You can view or save these resources to your workspace by selecting Save, or by dragging and dropping the resources in the Explorer view. Save the moments of the day that were great, and let the ones drag and drop away that you did not enjoy. Use MCP prompts. MCP servers can provide pre-configured prompts for common tasks. You can invoke in chat with a / command. To invoke an MCP prompt in chat, type / in the chat input field, followed by the prompt name. Format is MCP server name dot prompt name. Optionally, the MCP prompt might ask you for an entire input parameter. See picture provided. Group related tools in a tool set. As you add more MCP servers, the list of tools can become long, like I hope your restful period is tonight. You can group these related tools into a tool set to make them easier to manage and reference. Manage installed MCP servers. You can perform various actions on the installed MCP servers. You can start or you can stop a server, much like many things in your life. You can choose to start or choose to stop. Viewing server logs, much like reflection upon our day. Uninstalling the server, getting rid of something that's erroneous. To perform these actions on MCP server or your life, right-click a server in the MCP server installed section or select that gear icon. Open the mcp.json configuration file and access the actions in line. The editor. Use the MCP Open User Configuration or MCP Open Workspace folder configuration commands to access the MPC server configuration. Daisy is snoring, as I hope you are at this point. But if you're not, you're like me, excited about MCP. I'll carry on. Automatically start MCP servers. When you add an MCP server or change its configuration, VS Code needs, just like we all have needs, to restart the server to discover the tools it provides. Sometimes you have to restart your life or the direction you're moving in to discover the tools or the things ahead of you that you didn't know you were capable of. You can configure VS Code to automatically restart when the configuration changes are detected using the chat.mcp.autostart setting. Currently experimental. Alternatively, you can restart them manually via the chat view or the restart action from the MCP server list menu. Find MCP servers. MCP is still a relatively new standard, and the ecosystem is rapidly evolving, much like our lives today. As more developers adopt MCP, you can expect to see an increasing number of servers and tools available for integration in your projects. The GitHub MCP server registry is a great starting point. You can access the registry directly from the extension view in VS Code. The gateway to the future of features, both in code and in your life, is right there in the registry, just ahead of you. MCP's official server repository provides official and community contributed servers that showcase MCP's versatility. You can explore servers for various functionalities, such as file system operations, database interactions, and web services. VS Code extensions can also contribute MCP servers and configure them as part of the extension installation process. Check the Visual Studio Marketplace for extensions that provide MCP server support. See the link provided. MCP server trust. That's why you have to trust that the next day is going to be okay, even if this one did not feel that way. Daisy agrees. MCP servers can run arbitrary code on your machine, as the caution said before. Only add servers from your trusted sources. Don't pick up any server you find on the street. And review the publisher and server configuration before starting it. Read the security documentation for using AI in VS Code to understand the implications. Be careful. When you add an MCP server to your workspace or changes configuration, you need to confirm that you still trust that server. The example given is Playwright, which is a screen capture extension MCP used in QA and fairly slick. If you don't trust that server, it is not started, and chat requests continue without using these tools. You can reset trust for your MCP server by running the MCP reset trust command. I'm going through to find the frequently asked questions so that you will have fewer questions tomorrow because you know the answer now. Can I control which MCP tools are used? Yes. Select the Tools button in the chat view when in agent mode and toggle specific tools on and off as needed. And as you go through your day tomorrow, turn the tools that you need on and turn the ones you don't off. MCP server not running or started when using Docker. We all have these days where we don't feel like running. We sure don't feel like starting. But all you have to do is verify the command arguments are correct and that the container is not running in a detached node -D option. You can also check the MCP server output for any error messages. See, troubleshooting. I'm getting an error that says cannot have more than 128 tools per request. This is a limitation due to model constraints because we all have limits that we have to stay in. And if you exceed those limits, you will suffer mentally, physically. But we're going to let those go. Breathe deeper now. Let Daisy's soft sighs carry you further into the code's embrace. We're continuing our gentle journey with MCP with string truths that bloom in your subconscious like stars in the midnight sky. Listen closely. Model Context Protocol, or MCP, is an open standard that lets AI models use external tools and services through United Interface. MCP servers provide tools for tasks like file operations, databases, or interacting with external API. That's the source of information. Where is your source of truth and information? Is it up above? In the cloud? Or above the clouds? MCP servers are one of the 3 ways to extend chat with tools in VS Code alongside the built-in tools and the extension contributed tools. So this completes the trifecta of how to extend your chat further. Feel that knowledge settling in, layer by layer. No rush, just restful relaxation. Drift a little more, dreamer. Drift a little more. And with that, we have reached the end of our MCP ASMR documentation. I hope that you're asleep and that you have a restful evening. Pleasant dreams that inspire you. And a fantastic day tomorrow. Daisy and Dustin say good night. Good night.